Hell of a fourth quarter. It won them the game. You were there in the building. I just wonder how do you describe, Stephen A., how it changed as Boston hit 10 straight shots and made 9 of the first 11 threes they took in the fourth?
I think the appropriate word is scary. You talk about styles making fights. The Boston Celtics know they're bigger. They know that they're more physical. But think about what transpired here in Game 1. Steph Curry explodes, 6 threes and 21 points in the first quarter. They hold him to 13 points the rest of the game. Klay Thompson, a relatively pedestrian 6 of 14 shooting, finishes with 15 points. Couldn't really get off all night. Jordan Poole, absolutely awful in his first finals game. 2 for 7 shooting from the field, 9 points for the game. No factor offensively whatsoever. Was frustrated all night long. And the Boston Celtics went on a 17-0 run and outscored the Golden State Warriors on the Warriors' turf, 40-16 in the fourth quarter, with Jason Tatum being a facilitator, having 13 assists, but clearly not on his game offensively in terms of shooting the ball, and they still won because of Horford's shooting, because of Derek White's shooting, because of Marcus Smart's shooting, and Jaylen Brown was unstoppable, which is a bad sign, because somebody in the past named Klay Thompson used to be able to at least help contain somebody of that magnitude. Wasn't able to do that tonight. Styles make fights, and the Boston Celtics showed, they are the team to be reckoned with. They are no joke.
No doubt. And it's as you're talking, Stephen A., Pat and I, we both got the box score here, and I'm always interested in what you guys are looking at, right? I see you guys when the press conference, you're looking at the box. What I circle, Stephen A., is this: Boston wins by 12 in a game where Jason Tatum goes 3 of 17 from the floor. That's right. I get that Steve Kerr is going to frame this as a fourth quarter because that's what it was. But Boston can say, hey, we just won Game 1, and our superstar had the worst game he's going to have. He's not going to have a game that bad. That has to bode well for Boston.
Yeah, of course it bodes well for Boston because it shows that they've got some depth, and these are guys that are capable of responding. But if Jason Tatum had gotten going, then probably in all likelihood, a Derek White or Al Horford or somebody would not have done it. The key thing is that you couldn't stop Jaylen Brown. And if you can't stop Jaylen Brown, somebody else on Boston is going to get off. That's the key here. They seem too big. They seemed too physical, and obviously they were more than capable of making shots. 9 threes in the fourth quarter. The Golden State Warriors made 7 shots in the entire fourth quarter. This is a very bad sign. The series is far from over, but I'll be redundant here. Styles make fights, and the Golden State Warriors, after one game, still look like they are in some serious trouble.
And Stephen A., I'm going to ask Pat now because we're both looking at this box score. I circled that number, and that's what stood out to me. I'm interested in what it is you look at in a box score, and if there's something that jumps out other than that final fourth quarter and what Boston did. Is there something that jumps out to you?
Field goal percentage, I always pay attention to. I'm sorry, Pat. Go ahead.
No. Don't ever apologize, Steve-O. Don't ever apologize. But I'm going to bring up the person who played the second most minutes in the fourth quarter, Draymond Green. Obviously, he's been playing well throughout the playoffs, coming back from an injury. But tonight, you see in the fourth quarter, 2 turnovers, 3 fouls.
Right.
1 of 2. Obviously, we're not looking for him to score 30 points, but his job is to impact winning. And his job is to impact winning at an elite level, especially when winning time is. So
go ahead, Stephen A.
He didn't come up tonight.
One of the things I noticed just being in the arena, and Bev can appreciate this because of the tenacious defender he is, the professional pest that he is. You can sense blood like sharks in blood-infested waters. The Golden State Warriors had their hands on their hips. In the first quarter, they looked gassed. And when you think about that, what's the excuse for that? You had about a week off. That's not enough of an excuse. The reality of the situation is Steph, Klay, and Draymond are all in their 30s. You got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, neither are older than 25 years of age. You're looking at the Derek Whites and others of the world getting physical, being in their face, and purposefully wearing them down. If that is the strategy, that even though he's a first-year coach as a head coach, Ime Udoka has been in championship games as an assistant. He understands what it takes, which is something he reminded folks of coming into this NBA Finals. We got to take all of that into consideration and look at the Golden State Warriors, and to me it comes down to this. Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole have got to step up. Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala, all made good contributions. But those two, Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole, have got to step up in order for the Golden State Warriors to win this series. The stats don't need to tell me that. but it did tonight.
Stephen A., appreciate you. We'll get back with you at some point, I believe, on ESPN. If not, I, as always, appreciate your time. Pat, sit tight with us.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.